Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Putty Patrollers 2-pack. Ciao and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we are taking a look at this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Putty Patrollers 2-pack. Now, over in the US, this is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, I believe, but in the UK, it is a Comic and Cocktails exclusive. So I got mine from comicandcocktails.co.uk, links in the description below. So I got two of these to try and army build some putties for my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to beat up on the shelf. Previously, the only way to get putty was in a 2-pack with one of the Green Rangers. So that was quite an expensive way to get more putties and you'd end up with loads of Green Rangers. So this is definitely one aimed at the collectors, as it's not in their usual window box packaging. We're just getting a normal box with the graphics and then we get the two putties on the front. So I do like the graphics for the Lightning Collection. On the side, more graphics. On the back, we're getting some promo images of those two putties in this box, and you get these like sort of fighting effects for them. PowerRangers.com on the box, but no wave association or anything like that. Now, usually I would cut away to open the box, but since it's just a cardboard box, I'm going to open it here on camera to see what we got inside. So there we go. Let me drop that on the floor. So this is what is in the box. Two putties, and you'll notice straight away the putties have different graphics on the front of them, so you don't have loads of putties with the same. And apparently these two are different to the putty we've already got as well. So we've essentially got 3 different putties for our collection. So I'll do some comparisons when I get them all out of the packaging. As you can see, some lightning effects, interchangeable hands. So yeah, let me take these out of the packaging and we'll do some comparisons. So here are the putties out of the packaging, and let's be honest, if you were buying this 2-pack, you knew what you were getting yourself in for. They're relatively simple figures, but let's be honest, they are the fodder we need our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to beat up on the shelf. It does make for a more dynamic display, especially if you're doing some ACBA with these Rangers. You need some bad guys, and these are the OG fodder villains for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And yeah, they're looking all right. I've seen people do a few customizations, especially painting the face a little bit, giving it more of a darker wash to bring out the sculpted detail. So I'll zoom in and check out that. But they both come with their own sort of weapon attachment that you see in the early episodes of the Power Rangers. This one's got like a sort of ball, and you can see the hand actually molded in there as well. So there's the hand holding a big rock ball, and as I said, I do quite like the texture of these. Nice grey, but if you look at the face, it's a light grey. They didn't really give it any paint detail at all, and the face should be close or at least a little bit darker, just like the sort of stone on their hands, I guess. So I've seen people give it a darker wash, which definitely brings out the details, and you can see that this putty has like 2 stripes on either side, a little bit of paint rub on the belt, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, there's one of his hands, and then there's his sort of ball, but that will pop off easily. You get a stub, and then you can put in the other hand, so your putty can have 2 normal hands, which I think I actually prefer my putties like this, to be honest. So there's one of them. Here's the second one. So his weapon is more of a sword, a rock sword. And again, just like the other one, you can sort of see the hand molded into the sword. And again, I like the paint detail on this, the grey with the dark wash. It looks good. And then there's the other hand on this one. And again, you can take this sword off. Not a problem. Reveals the stub, and you can give this guy normal hands as well, so you do have that option. These do seem to pop off nice and easy though, but it is the first time I've got it out of the box, trying to manipulate those double elbows. But yeah, there we go, there's this putty, and this putty has more of the stripes coming from either corner. So again, close up, you can see that the 2 putties definitely different sort of patterns. So let's look at these effect pieces. So this effect piece is nice, just a translucent yellow sort of blast effect, and you can see it's sort of got a harness sort of effect, and it's made of a very soft plastic, so you can literally just squeeze it onto the figure, and you can see that the harness sort of wraps around the back. So I just squeezed it on there. So there you go, there's your putty with the blast effect, so you can get one of these Rangers hitting him, blasting away. So people of the ACBA community will probably like that. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad from your front because you can't see those harnesses, but on the back you can see soft plastic, pops on and off, not a problem at all. I think people will find good uses for this. You could use this with your other figures as well. And then this accessory piece, I believe you attach it on to one of these. So it's like a ching effect. So yeah, that won't go onto the boulder, of course, but it will attach onto the end of the sort of daggery knife weapon. So yeah, some nice little packings, accessories for this one to mix up the display. But let's compare them to the previous Putty. Now, at first glance, this may appear to be the most pointless comparison ever, but at further investigation, you will see that all three putties do in fact have a different pattern on the chest. So this middle one is the one that came with the Green Ranger 2-pack. So as they did say, all three putties have a different pattern on the chest. Yes, it's only a small detail, but when you're arm and building these guys, it is nice to have those subtle differences. And of course, with the added weapon effects, I'm sure you can mix up your army just to give it a bit of difference on the shelf, fighting the good guys. And here we have our putties compared to Goldar, and I think these look great together, as Goldar would often torment the Rangers with his putty patrol. So I think these would look great displayed together on the shelf, especially if you're army building these and you're getting a whole clan around Goldar. But yeah, these look good. And just because I love any excuse to show this off, here we have Lord Zed sitting on his throne with some putty patrol on guard. And again, I just love showing this off. It is the centerpiece of my villains display. And here we have the putty compared to a couple of Rangers, with the Red Ranger and the Black Ranger with Dragon Shield, just because he's probably my favorite Lightning Collection figure. And as you can see, they scale at about the same height, to be fair. Maybe the putties are a tiny bit taller, depending on how you've got them posed. But yeah, I think they scale good together. And again, if you're army building these guys, they're going to look good on the shelf. So I'm going to leave the posing up to someone much better than me. But just to give you a little example of how you can make your shelf come to life by using all of the effects and accessories and whatnot. And it does make for a more fun, dynamic display. But yeah, I'll leave it up to someone better than me, but tag me on Instagram if you're making some putty patrol army building poses. So there you have it, a quick look at this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Putty Patroller 2-pack. Again, in the US this is available through Hasbro Pulse, and in the UK it's exclusive to Comic and Cocktails. This one is definitely aimed at the collector, people who want to army build or get some more fodder villains on the shelf. And as I keep saying, these were the OG fodder villains for the Power Rangers. These guys literally got beaten up every single episode in the first couple of seasons, and I like that they've given us different effect pieces and interchangeable hands just so you can mix it up a little bit. And I like that the patterns on the chest are different. Yes, it's a tiny thing, but those details make a difference on a bigger display. Yes, the paint detail could have been a bit better on the face, but I have seen people correct that themselves. They've got a good range of articulation, just like everything does in this Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So yeah, I think overall great job. If you've ordered these, you knew what you were getting yourself in for, so you won't be disappointed. So my question to you is, how many of these did you buy? I brought myself a couple of 2-packs. I already had a couple from that Green Ranger anyway, so now I've got at least 6 of these putty villains for the shelf. But you let me know how many you want for your ultimate putty patrol army in the comments below. And as always, if you want to see more Power Rangers Lightning Collection videos and everything else I do on this channel, then check out the review tab, find the playlists, but most importantly, please, 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 hit that subscribe button. And if you want to support the channel that little bit more, you can on Patreon, links in the description below. But as always, people, my name is Dan W, and I will of course see you on the next one.